Richard Red Skelton, who has entertained millions of Americans with his kind and gentle humor, was honored by Ball State University with a Doctors of Humanities degree. We're pleased to present, as our Ball State Today program, that ceremony. Richard Red Skelton, who has entertained millions of Americans with his kind and gentle humor, was honored by Ball State University with a Doctors of Humanities degree. We're pleased to present, as our Ball State Today program, that ceremony.
The mean little kid who always was saying, "I doed it," became a national craze in terms of a catchphrase in World War II. And one of the things I hadn't known about until I came across it in doing preparation in the mid-1940s during the war, many headlines across the country literally just kept it to "Doolittle doed it." You know, that sort of shows the impact that Skelton was even having then in the 1940s. But even though the mean little kid was my favorite, you can almost living mime in the United States, and the one closest thing we have to a national institution in terms of American humor. Sometimes people have talked about the Chaplin tramp, but the Red Skelton tramp is just as significant, just as much an everyman kind of figure. Here's an archetype country bumpkin sort that, you know, no one does any better. And he's, as I mentioned in the poem, he's more crackers than Cracker Barrel. And I think being born and raised in Indiana probably didn't hurt that at all. But as Red is probably familiar with, and I know you all are, that type of character doesn't exist around here anymore. So this is a man that did not pay too many compliments, but he said in the 1940s that to a trusted friend, if anyone would ever play my life on screen, that it should be Red Skelton. And I think, you know, we can all recognize the significance of that, especially coming praise for, or thank you for, is the fact that unlike a lot of other comedy greats in America, Red Skelton has been one of those people that has loved comedy and stayed with it. A number of people that we're all familiar with wanted to go on to other, quote, more serious or important things. Chaplin was always wanting to play Hamlet. Mark Twain died thinking his greatest book was a biography he did.
Will you please present yourself for the awarding of this degree?
Legally, you are Richard Bernard Skelton, native of Vincennes, Indiana, but to 3 generations of Americans, you are Red Skelton, one of America's favorite clowns. A warm and witty comedian, you entered our homes and kept millions amused for more than 35 years by way of radio and later television, entertaining us with wholesome family skits. Although your formal education ended early, you have been a lifelong student. You persevered and earned your high school diploma in 1938 and also took extension courses from various universities. A collector of rare books, you own an original Samuel Johnson dictionary. Throughout, one of America's great mimes. As a philosopher, you have shared with us such short bits of wisdom as, "I do not dislike my enemies because I made them." And when you kill incentive, you create mediocrity and you kill a nation. A multi-talented man, you have composed many symphonies, some of which have been recorded by the London Philharmonic. Your paintings have been thrice blessed to have you on the campus to share your wit and wisdom with us. In 1977, 1981, and again this week. Our students have been enriched by their personal contacts with you. They remember you affectionately as a friendly, wonderful human being, sharing a meal, painting a picture, or visiting numerous causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Ball State University, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humanities honoris causa with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining, and award you this diploma in testimony thereof, and present you the academic hood for this degree.
The platform, and you ladies and gentlemen who basically make it all possible. You're wonderful people. It's a wonderful thing to look out now at the lovely faces. It's like a flower garden, actually. To receive an honor like this, and the research you did was amazing. I'll tell you a very strange thing. So he says, we're going to have to do retakes. I said, retakes? Now for 35 days, we went back to the studio, and we sat there all day, and I rehearsed the part where I put that straw on that, for 35 days we sat there. See? Now 35 days later, and another $1 million on top of it, they released this picture. Now, if you remember real closely, when I got on the horse to ride out backwards, I was so angry. I mad. I was angry. Why should they go out and take a picture that says the people say they like and everything, and do retakes, and that's going to be the retakes? Just that one scene for 35 days. But when I saw it here, I thought, my goodness, how I tortured myself. Then, you know the part where I studied? Thank you. Thank you.
Alma mater, hear our vow of faith and trust in thee. Thy spirit, red and white, shall e'er exalted be. We'll honor thee both day and night. Dear Alma Mater, we love thee.
We'll hum.